Welcome to 9 Miles.
First, we learn the subject pronouns in French. Like in English, we usually begin our sentence with I, you, he, she. So, how to say those subjects in French, we'll be learning. Because whenever we are forming any sentence which is ending with a full stop, usually what we write? First, we write the subject, then we write any verb's conjugation, and then we write the predicate. So first we'll be learning what all subjects are there in French language, because we know for English it is I, you, he, she, we, they, you all. So how to say them in French, we'll be learning it.
Can I
And,
say, like, you ask me, I'll say.
Okay, so you already know that. That's pretty great.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Okay. So can you
I.
tell me how to say I? Yeah, I in French.
They. J-E.
J-E is the spelling and it is pronounced as je. Je.
Je.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're saying it as J, that's actually a different word I'll be telling you. But J-E is pronounced as je. And that
Je.
you're absolutely correct. It's used for saying I. That you're absolutely correct. Okay, then do you know how to say you? You.
You.
Perfect. You. But actually, like this you, it's used only and only for informal conversations. Like if you're talking to your friend, or if you're talking to whosoever is younger to you, if you're talking to anyone younger to you, or if you're talking to any of your friend with whom you're just having a casual conversation, not a formal one, so you'll be using this to refer to them as you. And if you're having any formal conversation, then do you know how to refer to them?
Vous.
Perfect. So I'll just leave few space because there are three more subjects in between. And then we have vous, which is used as you for formal conversations. Actually, for most of the French words, we do not pronounce the last letter. We keep it silent for most of the French words. Same is happening with vous also. Even though it's ending with the letter S, but since it's the last letter, so we won't be pronouncing it. So it is vous, S is silent. And this will be used if you're having any formal conversation. If you're talking to anyone who is elder to you, or to any adult, or to any stranger, then to refer to them as you'll be using vous. In English, even a kid and even an adult person, both of them will be you only. In English, there's no difference, but in French, the subject will change. So you have to take care. If you're having any informal conversation, you'll be using tu, and if you're having any formal conversation, you'll be using vous. So accordingly, the subject will change. Okay. Then do you know how to say he? He. Yeah.
Il.
It is ill. Actually, like Duolingo, if you are listening to the pronunciation of Duolingo, that's my personal opinion. And me personally also I'm using that. Ill, it's just that Duolingo pronounce any word in slow manner. So that's why it sounds like ill. But the actual pronunciation for IL is ill. Ill. Ill.
Okay.
Okay? Ill. Perfect. It is just ill. And it means he. One more meaning is there for ill. If we are referring to any object, like he will be used for any living thing. If we are referring to any object which is non-living, then can you hear me properly?
Yes.
Or is my
ma'am.
voice cracking up?
No, it's okay, clear.
Okay, because your video froze just for 1 sec. So I was thinking like, is my voice cracking? Perfect. So now, if you want to refer to any object as it, because objects won't be using he or she. Objects are non-living, so for them we have the subject it. So for that we have two subjects. In English, if we have to refer to any tree and if we have to refer to any flower, both of them will be it only, right? We won't be seeing whether tree is masculine or feminine. We won't be seeing flower is masculine or feminine. But in French, if you want to say it in just reference to any tree or flower, you have to see the gender of the word also. Il will be used for saying it only and only to any masculine singular object. Like tree in French, the word for tree is arbre. This is the word for tree, or let's take the word for bag first. This is the word for bag, S-A-C. It is pronounced as sac. In this, the last
Sac.
letter is also pronounced sac. Perfect. Now, this has been allotted, and in French, a gender has been allotted to each and every word possible. You won't believe, like, there's a word called voice. Voice. Even a gender has been allotted to that word also. It has been allotted a feminine gender. If you have to say voice in French, then it has a feminine gender. So in French, every noun has been allotted a gender, either masculine or feminine. And depending upon the gender of the noun, depending upon whether it is masculine or feminine, we will be using the articles in French, subjects in French, nationalities, adjectives, everything will be dependent upon the gender. So if the object is masculine singular, we'll be using il. So if we look at this word, it is the word for bag. In French, it is sac. It has been allotted a masculine gender. And since I have written it in singular form, so this object is masculine singular. So if you want to refer to as it, you'll be using il. Il. But now I'll introduce the next subject and then we'll take an example for it. We have E-double-L-E. It is used for she. Do you know how to pronounce it?
She. L.
L. Perfect. E-double-L-E is pronounced as the English alphabet L. And this will, E-double-L-E means she for any living thing. And if you have to refer to as it to a feminine singular object, then you will be using E-double-L-E. IL will be used for masculine singular objects. E-double-L-E will be used for feminine singular objects. In English, all of the objects are just it. But in French, we have two different options depending upon whether the object is masculine singular or feminine singular. So if I look at this word, let's take the word for flower. We can take the word for flower. Or let's take the word for table first. Let's avoid exceptions. Fortunately, the word for table in French has the same spelling, but the pronunciation is different. It is
Table.
pronounced as table. 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 And it has been allotted a feminine gender. Table. So now to refer to it as it, you will be using E-double-L-E because it is feminine singular. So for a feminine singular object, we have E-double-L-E. For masculine singular, we have IL. So depending upon for which object you're referring to as it, if that object is masculine singular, you would be using il. If that object is feminine singular, you will be using L. So it will depend upon the gender of the object. And if you want to say he, then we have il, and she, then we have L. So il and L have two meanings and two uses. Okay? And je means I, tu means you for informal conversations. Then we move on to our next subject. It is, do you know the meaning?
I'm not able to see that. I think screen.
It's over here.
Yeah.
Below.
No.
Perfect. And it means we. We. And say like VOUS, in that the last letter S was silent. Similarly, in NOUS also the last letter S is silent. And VOUS was woo. NOUS will be no. And it is said its meaning is we. And what's the plural form of I? Like what do we say? The plural form of I is in English only. What do we say? That the plural form of I.
Form of I is similar.
No. Plural form of I is we, right?
Okay.
Plural form of I. Whenever I want to make I plural, I'll be saying we. Similarly, we say that NOUS is the, because NOUS means we. So NOUS is the plural form of je. Okay? Did you understand this? Je is
Yes,
I. Nu is we. So English, we say that I, plural form is we. Similarly, nu will be the plural form of je because nu means we, je means I. Sometimes like there are few sentences where you have to make them plural, and where you have to change the subjects accordingly. So for that purpose, I'm telling you, nu is considered to be the plural form of je. Okay, this is the plural form. Then actually this subject VOUS has two meanings. Are you aware of the Hindi subject aap?
Yes, yes.
Like in Hindi, we have two subjects, right? Tu and aap.
Hmm. Hmm.
Similarly, in French also we have. Like aap, if you want to say tu, then you will be using tu. And if you want to say aap, you will be using vous. That's the concept. Like tu is used for informal conversations, vous is used for formal conversations. Tu and vous. Now, vous has another meaning if you're referring to a group of people. Either it is a group of kids or it is a group of adults. But if it is more than one person, then you cannot use tu. Tu is only meant for singular person. It is a singular subject. It is only meant for singular person. And if you're talking to a group of people, and to them, if you want to say you all, then you have to use vous. That group, I'm not saying necessary has to be like a group of adults only. It can be a group of kids. It can be younger to you. But since it is more than one person, you cannot use tu. Tu is only meant for singular person. Vous is the plural form. Okay, so we say that the plural form of tu is vous. Plural form of tu is vous. Because tu is only for single person, vous is for more than one person. If you're talking to a group of people, necessary, it is not a mandatory condition that it has to be a formal conversation only, because vous we say is meant for formal. But if you're talking to more than one person simultaneously, and to them you want to say you all, then you have to use vous only, because tu is only meant for single person. It is not meant for more than one. Okay. Then we have two more subjects. ILS, are you aware of them?
Yes, ma'am. Plural form. Sorry, they.
Exactly.
Like they. If we say for masculine, it is again il, and for female, they will be il. L. Sorry.
L, perfect. Actually, the reason behind this is that if you notice, IL was the singular form, and for making words plural, usually we add an S with it, right? For making anything plural, we usually add S with it. So over here also, S was added after IL, S is added, and whenever we are making any French word plural, by adding the letter S, the pronunciation remains same. That's why ILS is also pronounced as ill, and IL is also pronounced as ill. ELLES is also pronounced as L, and ELLE is also pronounced as L. But the difference is in their meaning. ELLE is the singular form which is used for saying she, and ELLES is the plural form which is used for saying they, and that for feminine plural. Similarly, ILS is for masculine plural, used for saying they, and IL is used for singular person, used for saying he. Okay? So it is je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. And one more thing, like TU, the subject TU has two pronunciation. You can say it as TU as well as tu. In fact, if you say it as tu, that is the more appropriate one. Tu and TU, both of them are accepted pronunciations for the subject TU. Tu and TU. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
And je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. And I've written the meanings beside them. And vous, remember, as two meanings. It is used for you if you're having any formal conversation, and you all if you are talking to a group of people. I just mentioned over here group. So that you recall. Group of people. It is used for group of people. Then, like ILS, if you're talking, if you want to refer to any masculine plural object, if you want to refer to as bags, then we'll be using ILS. Like IL was used for masculine singular object as well as he. Similarly, ILS is used for masculine plural living as well as non-living things. So for saying bags, spelling will be SAC and then add S to it to make it plural. For making any word plural, we usually add the letter S. I'm not saying always add the letter S. We'll be learning the rules for them as well. But usually, to make any French word plural, we add the letter S. So the word for bag was SAC, which is pronounced as sac. To make it plural for saying bags, the word is SACS. I've added an extra S, but the pronunciation will remain same. It will be sac only. I've told you, whenever you're making any word plural by adding S, the pronunciation remains same as its singular form. But now this subject is masculine plural, right? So for saying, for referring to the, like for more than one bag simultaneously, for saying bags, if you want to refer to those masculine objects which are in plural form, you'll be using ILS. Okay. And similarly for saying tables, we have the word table. The spelling is same in French, TABLE, but the pronunciation is table. To say tables, you'll be adding an extra S after it. But again, the pronunciation will be same, table only, because we are making it plural by adding S. And whenever we are making any French word plural by adding an extra S, the pronunciation remains same as its singular form. But this subject is now feminine plural, and for referring to it, we'll be using ELLES. So that's how we'll be using these subjects. And whenever you're writing any French sentence which is ending with a full stop, that means it is a French, it is just a normal affirmative sentence. And if you're writing it in French, like if you, I'll just type it also, if you are writing any sentence which is ending with a full stop, then the sequence that we'll be following is, first we'll write any subject for which the sentence is set. We'll be writing a subject. After the subject, we'll be writing a verb with it. In English, we have so many verbs: walk, run, eat, sleep, etc., etc. Similarly, we'll be having verbs in French also. And after the subject, and these are not bad subjects, English, Hindi, math, science. These are the subjects which we write in the sentence, for which the sentence is said, the main like protagonist of the sentence. So after the subject, you will be writing the verb's conjugation, and then you will be writing the predicate portion of the sentence. And predicate needs not be, like, it's not mandatory to put predicate always. In fact, the sentence can end after verb's conjugation as well. It's not always compulsory to put predicate, but usually this is the sequence for sentences which are ending with full stop. First we write the subject, then we write the verb's conjugation, and then we write the predicate. Okay. So now the thing that we have learned, je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle, these are called as the subject pronouns. These are the basic subjects. I'm not saying always we begin our sentences with I, you as well. The table subject. I'm not saying necessary, like it's mandatory to use these subjects only, but these are the basic subjects with you, which we use usually to write our sentences. I, you, he, she, we, you, or you all, and they. Okay, so it's like that. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. And I've written the meanings, and I've told you whenever you're writing any sentence, usually we follow this sequence. Okay. So do you have any doubt in this part?
No.
Okay. And the topic that we have covered in French, this is the topic's name. Like the subject of the sentence, the word sign. Last letter, keep the last letter silent. So that will be silent. And in this, D is also silent. We do not pronounce it. So the pronunciation is sujet. Sujet. Can you repeat it once?
Sujet.
Sujet. Sujet.
Sujet. Sujet.
Exactly. Je. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. I think there's some network issue. The audio and video, they are.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes. Now it's okay.
Oh, around one. Hello.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
I did not know. I think there's some network problem. I wasn't able to hear you.
Yes. Uh, I don't know. It's from my end or from your end.
Might be like it is from my end. I'm not like I cannot say that. Might be from my side only because like yeah, I wasn't able to hear anything. Or
Okay, I think now the issue is okay.
am I audible now?
Yes, yes. Now you're. Maybe I think you can turn the video off. Then I think that will be okay.
I'll try
Let's
that.
try this.
Because I've like let's try this way because I've switched my network also. Like if it is from my side now, it won't like now there won't be such issue. I switched the network also. I changed it.
Okay.
The one
Okay, ma'am.
I was
Okay.
using earlier, I've changed the network. So in case my network was bad, I've changed it. Let's try, or else I'll do one thing. I'll turn off the video then. Okay.
Right, right.
So
Okay, ma'am.
the topic that we are doing right now, subject in French is sujet. 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 That's the subject. And for saying subjects, what I'll do is I'll add s after it,
Suit.
right? Because we studied more than one subject. It was around 8 subjects. So we studied more than one subject. That's why I've written the plural form over on the top of the subjects. I wrote the plural form because we were studying more than one subject. And then for saying pronoun in French, the word is pronom, and the pronunciation is pronom. Pronom. Pronoun. And then for saying plural, what we'll do is we'll add s after it. Pronoun. But the pronunciation will remain same. For subject as well as subjects, the pronunciation will remain same as well as for pronoun and pronouns. The pronunciation will be same because we are making them plural by adding s. So sujet, sujet, pronom, pronom. And like this topic we'll be studying this is actually one of the articles. Like in English, we have and the as the articles. And the. Similarly, we have articles in French also. Like in English, we have these articles and the. Similarly, we have the articles in French as well. Hello. Yeah. So, like in English, we have and the. Similarly, we have few articles in French. But actually, in French, the articles are divided into 4 categories. Articles are divided into 4 categories. In English, we just have 3 articles, and the. But in French, the articles are divided into 4 categories. Before placing and the, we have 4 categories. First one is indefinite articles, which is used for saying a or an. Then we have definite articles, which is used for saying the. Then we have partitive articles. Actually, in English, we do not have such articles. In French, there is a separate category. If you're writing any food item, if you're writing any eatable or any beverage, if you're writing any word which is a food item, then we have to use a separate category of articles which are only meant for food items. They are only meant for food items, and they are called as partitive articles in English. Like just we'll be doing their French name as well. I'm just writing their names in English. And then we have contracte articles. Then we have contracte articles. This fourth category is used when you're writing any place or when you want to say to the or at the or of the or from the. If you want to write such words, then you have a separate category. In English, we do not have such divisions in articles. It's just that in French, they have divided all of the articles under 4 categories. Depending upon if you want to say a or an, you'll be using the first type of articles. If you want to say the, you'll be using second. If you're writing any food item or any beverage, any eatable, then you will be using partitive articles. And contracte articles are usually used before places. But if you want to say the words like to the, at the, of the, or from the, then also you'll be using this only, contracte articles only. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, like over here, LES, for telling you why I put over here LES, for telling that, let's pick up the second type of articles, which is definite articles. And usually the sequence that I follow is that after explaining you just definite articles, we are done with the subjects. After explaining the definite articles, we'll move on to the topic of verbs. Because like verbs, I told you, in English also we have verbs like go, walk, eat. Similarly, we'll be having them in French. And the reason I pick up with verbs that after like these, the subjects, we study the basic salutations like how are you, I am fine, what is your name, my name is this, and then where do you live, and then we ask the questions like what is your age. For asking those basic salutations, good morning, goodbye, hi, hello, thank you, welcome, for those salutations we require some knowledge about verbs. So after doing definite articles, we'll move on to the topic of verbs. So let's quickly do definite articles. In French, definite articles are called as this. Like, how did you pronounce table in French?
Table.
Yeah, so ble sound was blur. So cle sound will be cl. So it is article. 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 The word for article in French. The word for article in French. The spelling is same as such, but the pronunciation is article. Article. And then for saying articles, all you have to do is just add s after it. So it is article. Pronunciation will remain same because we are adding s, but the spelling will change. There will be an additional s, and the pronunciation for both of them, singular as well as the plural form, is article. Article. Okay. And then for saying definite, like this is the name of the article. These are the name of the articles. And then for saying definite articles, for definite, you have this word DEFINIS, and the pronunciation is défini. So les articles définis is the name of the topic in French that we are studying now. Definite articles in French it is les articles définis. And under this is just the name of the topic. Now under this we have 4 options. Like in English, if you want to say the father, the mother, the trees. If the word is masculine, feminine or plural, before all of those 3 words, we were placing the only. Before the father, we are placing the. Before mother, we are placing the. And before trees, we are placing the only. We didn't see like father is masculine, mother is feminine, and trees is plural. So we didn't see whether it is masculine or feminine or plural. We were just placing the before all of those words, right? Similarly,
Right.
but in French, we have to see the gender of the word. If you are placing the before father, father is masculine. So for saying the, we'll be having a separate option. Mother is feminine. We'll be having a separate option for saying the before mother. And trees is plural. So we'll be having a separate option for saying the for plural words. I told you in French, a gender and everything has been allotted such that you have to see gender, whether it's singular or plural, vowel or consonant, everything you have to check, and accordingly we'll be placing the articles. So for saying the in English, we do not have any such rules. Whether the word is masculine, you have to use separate word, whether it is feminine. I'll be placing the before father, mother, trees as well. There's no specification. But in French, there is, and we have 4 options for saying the. If you are saying the for a masculine singular word, beginning with a consonant, like do you know which letters are considered as vowels in French? Which letters are considered as vowels?
A, E, I, O, U.
And H and Y are also considered as vowels. In English, we
Right.
consider A, E, I, O, U as vowels. In French, like in few textbooks, they mention that only the letter H is considered as vowel. But later on, when we'll be doing the topic for interrogation, like for asking questions in French, there you'll notice that the letter Y is also treated as a vowel only. So you can consider the letter Y also as a vowel. A, E, I, O, U, H, and Y. Consider Y also as a vowel. And the remaining alphabets are the consonants, right? Consonants will be the remaining alphabets. So now, if the word before which you want to say the, if that word is masculine singular beginning with a consonant, then you will be using LE. If that word before which you want to place the is feminine singular beginning with a consonant, you'll be using LA. If the word before which you have to place the is either masculine or feminine, singular, but it is beginning with a vowel. So we'll be using L apostrophe. And if the next word is plural, before which you want to say the, if that word is plural, it can be either, obviously, it can be either masculine plural or feminine plural. It can begin either with a consonant or a vowel, but if that word is plural, then you have to use LES. In English, we'll be placing the before each and every word. We do not see whether it is masculine or feminine, plural or singular. The is placed before each and every word. But in French, the gender of the noun, whether it's singular or plural, consonant beginning or vowel beginning, everything will be checked. And accordingly, we have the 4 options. And LE also means the. I'll just write their meanings. I'll do one thing, I'll put it like this or else. LE.
Ma'am, can you just tell me how to speak these?
Yeah.
La, la,
You're saying it correct.
le.
LE is la, LA is la, LES is lay. And you know, like for any apostrophe word, I'm not saying just for L apostrophe. If you're having any word in French which is having this apostrophe punctuation mark with it, we never, give an individual pronunciation for it. We pronounce, like if you want to say it individually, you will be saying it as L apostrophe only. But if you want to say it with any word, then its actual sound will come. Like this is the word for tree. This is the word for tree. ARBRE. This is the word for tree. ARBRE. And it has been allotted a masculine gender. masculine gender. Okay. So now, can you tell me which article I'll be using for saying the tree?
L apostrophe.
Exactly. So now A-R-B-R-E. A-R-B-R-E is pronounced as arbor. Arbor.
Arbor. Arbor.
Arbor.
Arbor.
And along with L apostrophe, the sound will be larbre.
Larb. Larb. Okay.
Larbre. Arbre, larbre. So like L apostrophe, if you want to tell someone like these are the four articles, then you will be saying L apostrophe as L apostrophe only. But when you're pronouncing it with any other word, then I'm not saying just for L apostrophe. If any French word is having apostrophe, it is always pronounced with the next word together. It is pronounced in an attached way. So that's why I'm pronouncing it as larbre. A-R-B-R-E is arbre. Along with L apostrophe, it is larbre. Larbre. Okay. So now la, L apostrophe and lay are the pronunciations. All four of them means the, and I've written the use, like when to use la, when to use la, when to use L apostrophe, and when to use les. So can you quickly tell me if I want to say the bag, so how will I say the bag?
Line. Le sac.
Le sac. Perfect. Le sac will be the word for saying the bag. Le sac. And if I want to say the table,
La table.
la table. L-A is la.
It's a
L-E
feminine.
is la. Because it is a feminine word, right?
Feminine word. Okay.
And it was beginning with a consonant. It was beginning with a consonant T. Feminine word beginning with a consonant T. And it's singular. So we'll be using L-A. So the pronunciation is la table.
Table.
La table. And if I want to say the tree, it will be l'arbre. And if I want to say the bags, how will I say the bags?
Les sac. Les. Les.